Module 15, Part 4, Transaction, Running Balance. Alright, let's make our transaction screen looking like so. Account at a glance on this side. So it's been almost 2 months. October 5th was my first YouTube video I created, and we have come a long way. I have produced more than 40 videos, tutorial videos, and you are welcome to look through these videos. I am sure many of these are helpful to your programming. And thank you for watching. Not just today, this past weekend, I added this button, and I just want you to be aware of this button. It's called donation. So if you would like to donate $1 or $2, just click on that link, and it should bring you to there, a PayPal. So you can donate. Maybe you'll have enough money to buy a new computer to do more videos. Alright, well, let's get back to our programming, which is coding. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos from this channel. Also, subscribe and share. It will be helpful for the channel. This is a continuation from Module 15 Part 2 or Part 3. In this tutorial, we will be adding two queries, one as a base and the other as an account running balance. We will also be adding more properties to the transaction class object and an action method to retrieve information for these properties. Let's open up our access and go coding. Alright, let's open up our folder, access projects. We are going to continue from module 15 part 3. This is the continuation to that part, so we're gonna call this part 4. Not sure how far we're gonna be doing here, but hopefully this will be the last for the transaction. Transaction is a big part. It involves a lot of stuff, so let's pop in there and open it up. So in this, let's open up and take a look at what we had yesterday. Obviously, we didn't save anything in this transaction. So let's try to save some of this stuff. So I noticed in here that something's missing. I don't see partial payment. Not partial payment. There are only 13. There should be 14. No, there's 13. That's one. Oh, there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's 13. My bad. Let's try to edit, save some of this stuff. Okay. Let's try this guy. Edit, save. So that's what I was looking at, and this is easy to fix. Anytime you say left hand side assignment here, that just means that the this guy was not assigned correctly. All right, so I'm going to take that out. Actually, we need that one. We're gonna assign it on the bottom here. So put it down here and then replace this with this guy. Actually take it out because we already have the assignment here. That's all we need. We didn't take out the variable that was supposed, yeah, that was there. So so that should be okay there. Let's try that. Save. There you go. We are going to do a running total. All right, for the accounts, and we also want to list right here on this side. Maybe the last payment date, last payment amount, current balance. All right, this current balance would be the running totals, or we could say the total, the entire life of this account. Being in the admin section, I guess it's okay to have total credits, total debits here. All right, so so let's do that. All right, let's do that. All right, let's do the first thing first, which is we are going to build a base transaction. All right, let me show you what that means. Yeah, let me show you what that means. You see how amount here, and we don't have debit and credit in here to decipher, to extract information from. So we'll go ahead and take the whole thing here, and actually we don't need a whole thing there. So we already have the transaction list. Oops, not there. We already have a transaction list right here, which has everything there. All right, but we don't have here. Here is going to be different. This is going to be yeah, this one is going to be different. It's going to be used for running totals, I think. Let's see what we can do with this guy, right? All right. Yeah, I guess we're gonna list everybody there. It's okay. But right here, I want to show you. Let's go in there. I'm going to show you something. Let's call this credit, and if so and so is 2 is 1, then I want that amount. Yeah, then I want the amount. Else is 0. and you wonder what this one if is, right? That is the transaction type. Yep. See how we did that one? So yesterday we changed, or actually, yeah, this morning we did the transaction type equals 1. We changed from debit. We changed debit from 1 to 2, and then credit from 2 to 1. So that's how that works. So that's going to be all credit, and then we're going to do the same for, actually, let's go and copy this guy, and then we're going to do the same for debit, and just change the name, debit, and then transaction number 2. And that's that. All right, we're gonna call that base. So let's save that. Transaction base. So if we look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. That's because we don't have anything charged. All right, we only have credit so far. But that's okay. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna start adding the orders. And when we complete, as soon as we complete, we're gonna add transaction. Every time we complete, we add transaction, and then we'll start seeing some numbers on this side. All right. But for now, bear with me. Here's what we're gonna do. All right. Bear with me. Now we are going to do the account running totals, running balance rather. So to do account running balance, let's do it again. This time we are going to pull this guy over. All right. This one is a little tricky. All right. Yeah, it's going to require us to work in the SQL, because obviously you cannot do this with what the access is given to you. So we're going to go in there. We're going to use this base. So what we need to do here, we are going to let's see how this is going to work. Let's call this T. Let's call this, yeah, capitalize T1 inner join. I'm gonna copy this guy. Yeah, it's going to take some memory going on here. T2 on T2 transaction number less than and equal to T1 transaction number. So what we're going to do, we're going to do self join here. All right, the idea is, let's take a look. We're going to do self join. We're going to calculate for each day. All right, we're going to calculate for each day, subtract, add, subtract each day using the credit and debit. For example, this company, this account, customer number, we're going to use that account number to use credit minus debit balance, credit minus debit balance, and so on. And all right, so that's the idea. So to do that, we have to make sure that the transaction number is 2 is always less than, and this 2 will be the sum. All right, it's going to look like so. Let me show you. So we'll see what we have here. We have customer number here. All right, we're interested in customer number. We're not interested in this guy because we already have credit and debit. we are also interested in this guy right here. All right, we're not interested in this voided, so we are interested in this guy, not this guy, because it's a running total. We're interested in that guy and these two last columns right here. All right, so that's what we'll do. So we're going to say T1 customer number, T1 transaction date. We need T1 credit, T1 debit, just like this right here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 columns. We're going to get 4 columns. All right. So we got 4 columns. Now we need running sum, running totals. All right. So the running total will be, we are going to do self join on sum as running total. Actually, we'll say balance, not balance. That's So we'll have a running balance for each day. All right. Here's the sum right here. All right. The sum right here will be T2 credit minus T2 debit. It's a self join. All right. So that's what is going to happen there. All right. So we're going to join on this guy where the transaction is less. All right. So if you notice the transaction here, see how we increment it here. So this will be listed last, and we're going to start incrementing from there, from top to bottom. All right. So but let's join first. The join is real important here. So we're going to need to join this guy where this guy is less than that, and we want to make sure that the T2 transaction date does not equal T1 transaction date. All right. So we don't want we don't want these guys to be the same, because we're going to extrapolate. We're going to fake it. All right. We're going to sum an empty, not an empty, just one record. All right. It's kind of weird on this guy. So let's say or T2 transaction date is less than and equal to T1 transaction date. All right. And lastly, we want T2 customer number equal T1 customer number. All right. So that's how that's going to work. This is going to be the running balance for this account, for each account. So let's do group by now. Group by. So the easiest way to do the group by is to go right here, copy everything up to debit, like so. One thing that we need to do here, we'll go ahead and finish this. This will be order by. we want to order by T1 transaction date. We want to start the latest one first. In descending, meaning the latest one means we're going from 13 downwards. All right. Also, we want this to be in order as well. In descending, T1 transaction. All right. Transaction number. Also, the descending. Lastly, we have a column here called void. We don't want that to be included in all, in our list, in our record set. So where T1 voided equals 0, that means no. Yeah, we only want the one that is not voided. All right. So if it equals 1, we don't want it because that one doesn't count. All right. So let's save this. Let's call this guy transaction running balance. So this is going to be useful because we can basically we can use this as our statement. Okay, so running join, misspell join. I put a G in there. Save. Order by one too many commas. There you go. Good. So far so good. You know what? We can go ahead and add the memo in here. Let's add memo in here. T1. Since we are going to be using this guy with the using this guy for the bank statement, account statement. So we can go ahead and include this guy in here. Memo. Alright, close that. And let's take a look. Did we oh, design. You know what? We forgot to put the transaction. Not that one. Not that one. This guy. Yeah. Let's let's put, because anytime you query this guy transaction right here, where was it? In a join transaction number? Yeah. Should be less. Oops. Should be less than and equal to there. Yeah, anytime we're gonna have to add that guy in there. Okay, because it's yeah, let's try that. T1 there, and then I think this will work. Whoops. I think this will work. Control after end of statement. My finger, my little finger. Transaction number cannot be included. Oh, we got number and number. What the heck? Now we had okay. This guy, I think it moved all our it move all our stuff right here, so that's fine. That's fine. We like so. Memo. Don't we have memo? Huh. Let's see. I thought we had a memo in that transaction. No memo. That's why. Yeah, let's put memo in there. Memo. Order date. Let's close that out. We are going to also close this out and then try to run it from here. That's better. So that will be all running total, and you can see the balance here. All right, it's done from 3, 30, and if you look at the 30 in this one, looking at this account number right here, 35, 300. What is next one? 35. Right there. See that it adds to 800, it becomes it adds to 500, it becomes 800. Let's see 35, next 35. So 800 plus that guy 13. You see how that's doing? So here's a yeah. So here's the easiest way to do. Obviously you cannot go into the design mode on this one, right? This guy, like I said, you cannot go into the design mode. All right, you break things apart. Just trust me. Yeah, don't do the design mode. It will break apart. All right. For example, see there, because it's a self join, it access doesn't know what it is. All right. See, it's going to break apart. So let's close that. We don't save that. We just know that it works this way. Just take my word for it. All right, as a self join, all right, it's a needy trick. All right, so but we can examine the code. Now this is how you are retrieving that thing. All right, so we'll do like so, and then let me show you. I'm gonna show you how you can query this guy. So I'm gonna copy this guy, and then now we can go to the design mode. All right, and then I want this customer. I guess we can do like so, right? So if we run this guy, if you notice, see on the right hand side, if you add this up, you will have 2,300. You see there? You see there? And that's why. So what happened here? This guy minus this guy equals this guy. All right, and then it adds up. This is called running totals. It sums. It takes credit minus debit in the self join, and then it's summed together. Well, if it's 0, it's going to add up like so. All right. So that's how this running total works. If you can look at it correctly. So, but what we want is we want to make sure that this. Yeah, the idea is you gotta make sure that this transaction or the a transaction number, the unique ID, all right, must be less than that guy and equal to, all right. So that's how you join them together, all right. And that transaction date cannot be the same, you see, but it must be less. So this the join, the one that we are working on, the self join, must be less than the first one. All right, so we call this self join. Okay, self join. You're joining the same query to the same query, basically, and massaging one set of record in one. All right, so right there we'll say, hey, give me this this credit number 2, the self join credit minus this guy. Whatever it is, I want the sum of it. So that's how let's close that out. That's how we're getting this balance. All right. So that's how the running balance work. And you saw me hard coding this guy in here. You see there? All right. But that's not good, as I have always mentioned. You never hard code anything. But this is just to show you that's how we going to grab this information. All right. So let's close that out. We don't want to save it. So we got that. Good. Two major things out of the way. All right. And that's how you learn how to do the running balance. All right. So the next thing we want to do is to get some records onto. Yeah, let's take a look at it again. The idea is that we're gonna have another subform similar to this, but displaying the not the running balance, but we're gonna get the latest um, payment, last payment, or let's see, yeah, last payment date, last payment amount, the grand total, grand debit, total credit, and then we have the balance here on this side. That sounds good. All right, that's what we want to do. So the easiest things to do is yeah, let's take a look at the transaction DB access. All right, let's open up our transaction DB access. Let's see what we can do here. um, I'm thinking when we retrieve the information here, yeah, let's do that. Let's add bits to our class module. um, let's do this. Last payment date and last payment amount. Yeah, I've got several bills and this is how they're listed, so I'm gonna see if I can mimic what they have. Let's see what else we have. Yep, debit total, credit total, debit total, and then we have balance. That's what we need. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more properties. So let's go to the bottom here. Let's copy this guy, and then we're gonna add this first one. Last payment date. So go ahead and change that to, ooh, my bad, date. The last payment date, last payment date, last payment date, the last payment date. All right, the next one, last payment amount, last payment amount, last payment amount, and then last Yeah, this is um, coding has a lot to do with thinking, brainstorming, um, and a lot of time is mimicking what has already happened. So if you have a bank statement, and this is what it's going to look like. So the next one would be credit total. Credit total. So that's what we are doing is to add this guy. That way, when we get the record, we get this guy as well. And I will show you how to do that. This would be debit total. Make sure you type correctly, because I know I make a lot of typing error, but it's alright. I love to debug. So 1, 2, 3, 4, last one. What is it? Running balance. Or balance. Alright. So that should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's set all properties. Last payment date. We'll initialize to today's date. Last payment amount. Credit total 0. Debit total 0. Balance. I was thinking ahead of time again. Alright, Control S. Now the question is how we gonna set this. So we are going to get that information from the query that we just did. So let's copy this guy. Copy, paste up there, and then say get transaction get transaction info. Yeah, I don't like to type information. That has information has to do with text, not numbers. Yeah, let's say get transaction amount. That's good enough. All right, and so we need to pass in the transaction, and that's that. And then this is going to be sub. Let's make this guy private. Sub. Go to the end. Take that guy out, and change this transaction number out we want the customer number, because when we look at the transaction, we know there's a account number, the customer number is there. So what do we name? Query transaction running balance, where customer number equals customer number. All right, so let's go take a look at this transaction query. Take a look at the query that we just did. This guy right here, running balance. Okay, so we got running balance. What do we need? We need the sum of these two guys and the sum of this guy. Yeah, we need sum this guy, sum this guy, and we need the latest payment, and we need the latest payment. So let's do one at a time. So let's tackle one at a time. We can say sum credit. Is it credit? Yep. As total credit, and then we do sum debit. What happened to my There you go. Sum as total debit. We cannot get the latest. Now, if this table were just the credit table, then we could just say get the latest table or get latest date by typing max date. All right, but that max date, that latest date could be debit. You see, it could be a credit. We don't want that. We want the last payment only. So payment has to be a credit, right? Therefore, we cannot use that one in here. So we'll do that one differently. So we'll go ahead and do this guy. That's it. Now, if you do this way, you don't have to use the group by. Now, if you add the account number in front, that would mean the total credit and total debit for that account. Then you have to do the group by. So in this statement, we don't need to do the group by. All right. So now we're gonna take this guy out. Oops, not all of it. Right there to there. Now we can say all transaction credit total equal total credit, and then we'll do the same thing. Transaction debit total equals RS total debit, right there. All right, so that's how that's gonna look like. All right, and then the balance, we need to add the balance. So I'm going to push this guy to the next line, like so. Now we need to add the balance. The balance is easy. I'm just going to grab this guy, minus as balance, and then change this guy to debit. And now we have all transaction balance equals balance. Now we need to do the same thing to grab the latest one. So I'm going to copy that guy. I'm going to take all this junk out. Now we are interested in the last payment and last last payment date. All right. So we need transaction date and amount. Amount would be credit. From the same place. Ooh, let's do that. Do that. There. Where this guy and credit is greater than 0. All right. So if you look at it right here, each transaction has its number. If it's this guy, it is either credit or debit. It cannot be both. Each transaction cannot be both credit or debit. You see what I'm getting at? Each transaction cannot be credit and debit at the same time. It can either be credit or debit. That's all. So we know that credit has to have numbers. All right. So we can do that way. Yep. So we can do that way, and credit is greater than 0. And lastly, this is important because this is how you get that last one, ordered by transaction date descending. You see that? Descending means the latest one first. List descending, list last one first. All right. And now you can see top 1, like so. We just want one record, that first one. So if you relist that guy first, you relist that guy first, you get one record for that account number. So let's see how that works. Let me show you. So I'm going to show you this query. So this is how you test. This is how you test. Put that guy in there and get rid of these little bits. There. And this guy right here, we're gonna enter something in here, like so. Later, not now. Just like that. Now I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab this guy, copy. Let's see, 35, okay, 35. The latest one would be this guy right here, 500 on the 30th. All right, so Well, I'm gonna put this guy right inside there, and now we can go to that guy. Let's take a look. You see that? You see how I got it? See that? So that means our query we just wrote works. I say it would grab this guy. November 30th, 500. All right. See there? November 30th, 500. And that's how that works. So we know that query works. Okay. So now we can say, similar to that first one, I'll just copy this guy down here. Copy that guy in there. Yeah, and then we can say last payment date equals transaction date, and then this one last payment amount equals credit. Save. Now when we get this guy, we want to say, I'm going to copy this subform. We want to say, don't forget it at the call. We want to say, hey, send this transaction object into this function and the customer number, and not that it's not there. You know what? We don't need this. Yeah. You know what? Just send the transaction out there because each transaction already has a customer number. All right. So there you go. There you go. As you code, you know what? So now I can say old transaction. See that? Good. One last thing to do. So once we grab this guy, we'll say, hey, go get these guys. Yeah, this get transaction amount doesn't make sense, does it? I don't like that either. It just means that one amount, you know. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that. All right, I think we're done monkeying around, meddling around with this guy. So, all right, see how that works. Now let's hook this up in the front end. All right, so let's close this down. Let's go to transaction. Right there. Go there. Move that down. Open this guy up. I'm gonna copy one of these guys. Copy. I'm gonna paste this guy right down here for now. And let's that looks pretty good right there. Well, anyways, I'll let you dance with it. I'm not gonna cha too much with it. So I'm gonna put it right there, and then I think that looks good. Copy, paste. We have five information, don't we? There. All right, the first one being last Yeah, last payment. Um, and then I'm gonna have to be last payment, last pay date. Okay. And then uh, total credit, total debit, balance. All right. So let's give this guy a name so we can populate accordingly. So this would be last payment amount. Last payment date. What do we call last payment amount? Yeah, that's what we did. So that's last payment date. TXT total credit. TXT total debit. And then here TXT balance. I think there's going to be some issues when we display this guy on the for the report, but we'll see. We'll tackle it one at a time. All right. So, but right now we're gonna bring this guy out to there, and let's go in code. Display transaction right here. So then we will say me txt last payment amount. Yeah, all transaction last payment amount. I'm gonna copy that guy. I just noticed something I want to do. I noticed this is number, and this number is up here. So I'm gonna switch up this guy. I'm gonna put this guy up there. Like so, and then this guy's index, make that one 18, and that should be 19. Perfect. 20, and so on and so forth. All right, Control S. Let's get back to our code. Yeah, anytime you think about it, you have to try to fix it before before you forget again. That, and then me total credit, credit total. You know what? Let's go back in there and let's change this total credit correctly. It's in here, right? Yeah. Let's change that. Let's yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Right there. We are going to highlight this guy. Ka-ching. Deselect. Replace. And we'll say total credit. Good. And then we do the same. It's called debit. Total debit. Good. 77. All right. So that should then the rest of them for us. Total credit. Yep. Total debit. Good. Total. Yep. Perfect. All right, now don't forget in here you gotta change this one right here as well. All right, which is not big a deal right here. We'll say total credit, total debit. That's it. Control S, close that one out, and we should be back in the zip right there. Now we'll say total credit. All right, I'm gonna copy that again since we lost that guy. This total debit, and then the balance. Well, let's take a look. We're done. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Might get some barking. You know, as always, you never, and don't expect too much out from this. When you're coding or designing or developing, yeah, don't expect too much. Just expect a little at a time. As long as you can solve the problem, you're good. All right. Okay, let's go into admin. Double click. Oh, last, you see a payment right there? I think it's misspelled. See that guy? So let's go fix that. It's in the class object right here. What is it? The last payment date? Yeah, it's a date. Last payment date. You see how the E, we got the extra E there? So yeah, let's go in there and let's check that. Let's go way up here. Right there. Copy. Right there, you see that? So we're gonna change that. That's right. There. That should be fine right there. That should be fine. Oops. I only did one. And then last payment date right here. That should be fine. Control S. Now, because it's in the property, it has to happen in here as well. See there? See there? So now, last payment. That's better. That's better. That's better. Control S. Let's peel out one at a time. Let's get back to this guy. Now, there. Control S. Let's get to the front end. Let's double click on this one of these guys. You see how, ooh. Let's look at 35. Huh. Oh, I got it. I know why. Do you know why there? You know why there? Let me show you why. This control was set to currency, if I'm not mistaken, because we copied this guy. This guy's currency. All right. I noticed the dollar sign in everywhere here. So, all right, let's go fix that one. And that's why. But this number is correct, okay? This number is correct. Remember, we have 4 payments up to 500 and one with 300. See, that's the reason why it's there. So that's correct. All right. So let's close that down and let's go fix it. That's correct. It's doing good. It's doing the right thing. All right. But let me show you. This should be date, not currency. See there? How about general? No, let's do a short date. Like so. And yeah, and the rest is good. All right, the rest is good. All right, good. I think that looks good. That's pretty good, by the way. So let's take a look at this guy that we worked with. Was it 35? See there? Ooh, that should have been, that should have been 11. That should have been 11. 30. Let's take a look. Right there. So we got this guy. So if I'm not mistaken, we have to add another one. Or we'll do this. Copy. I think that will work right there. Oh, darn. You see there? Did you see what I see? Yeah, so let's stop. I know what it is. Let's try to get rid of it. Yeah, let's try not to do this guy right here. I want to see. That should just work too, like that. But the problem is this guy right here. I'll show you. Here's the problem. It doesn't know what it is. Oh, transaction. See there? It didn't know which one it is. All right. It should just return correctly. All right. So let's double click it again. There you go. That's what I thought. So we didn't have to clear or anything because we're just reusing it. Now to make this fancy, you don't want this to be text box. So that's good. Let's close this out. Let's do some dressing up. We are going to do background, back style, transparent. That's more like it. All right. So that way it's not like, hey, that is, we don't need border either. So let's get yeah. Let's make them pretty. No border. Solid right here. Border style. Good. Control S. I might do the running total separately from this project. That looks better. All right. That looks better. Now we need to make sure this guy goes all the way to the right. And this is what you do as a programmer, as a coder. You do this. Right there. That's good. And if you want to, you can make it just a tad further because it's got that. Or put it right there and pull this guy in. That will work the same way, like so. There. Okay, Control S. We good. All right. Admin. Later on, we're gonna try to add the login. If you click on this admin, we're gonna have like a login or validation. We'll see how that for. Yeah, that's not too bad. So there you go. So we got the last pay date, last last pay date, last payment, total, and the balance. Good. That looks good. Let's see the other ones. There you go. Good. So the next thing that we want to do, all right, obviously if you click this guy and then you click this guy, the number is the same because the same account. However, the transaction is different. But this is at a glance. But you know what? We can put a label on top of here, say at a glance. Yeah, yeah. Let's dress it up a little bit more, and then we'll work on the order. When we complete, we want to create the transaction. All right. So that's what we want to do later. But let's add one more bits of information here. I like that. You know, I like that. I'm gonna push that guy down a little bit, and I'm gonna copy this guy. Copy paste. Bring her up there and pull her all the way out here, and then we're gonna make this text align center. All right, and then the back style normal, and then the color shady, little darker, like that. And then we're gonna type in account at a glance. Ooh. There. Alright, anyways, I was looking at something. Alright, Control S. We're good for that. We are done with this guy. Now what we need to do is, the next thing that we need to do is when we go to, there you go, count at a glance. When we go to order here, like this guy right here, when we say complete, we want to be, we want to add the transaction. All right. So each order, once complete, will add transaction. All right. So that's what we want to do. So let's close that out. And that being order, let's go to order right here. And let's click on that guy. Go to event right there. Right there. So let's go to, it says save, something with the save, if I can recall, a couple of days ago. Remove, add products. How about set, display, save, right here, set, right here. So let's take a look at the form here. We got this guy right here. That is the subform, order product. That should be easy. All right, because there is the if you look at this order right here, there is a get total. I think if I'm not mistaken, there, get grand total right here. You see there? See there? We can definitely get grand total there. Yeah. Let's take a look at display order. Not there. It's in the this guy. right there. You see there? See there? See there? We can definitely get that guy. All right. That's simple enough. Okay, let's go to the set. What we need here, in addition to this new order, we need dim transaction as new transaction See that? That's good. And then here, after we set that guy, we'll say what are the let's take a look at these fields, because we add 5 other fields in there. We just want to see, we need transaction type, account number, we need order, total, void amount, all right, and menu, memo. All right, so let's leave that for now. We're gonna tackle it right here. Let's make a copy of this guy. So the transaction number is good. We need the customer number, which is customer number right there. You see there? Let's see what else. Customer, transaction type, customer number, and order. All right, let's do one at a time. Oops. Transaction type equals transaction type debit this one order number equals there, and the next one date void amount, date voided. It's not void, so I think that one is defaulted to 0 voided. Yep, so we don't need to do anything. It's not voided. And now we need amount. This would be order db access get grand total, and then memo, order placed. Good. Look at that. Look at that. So the question is, how are we going to save this guy? Let's do this. I'm going to copy that guy. I'll go ahead and set this guy, and then go to the top. Make this guy global. Because when we save, we want to be able to access that guy as well. Right here. See there? So when we set, we come in here, and if it's complete, we want to also set the transaction. All right. And then once we're done, we'll say if. Once we're done, we'll say if me current action equals complete, then record save equal transaction db access transaction db access transaction save, and then we'll say all transaction. That's why we need to put that guy way up there. All right, simple enough. All right, Control S. That looks good to me. What do you think? All right, let's go back to the front. Let's see if we can complete that guy, one of those guys. So now here we are on order. That one is incomplete. Let's complete this guy. Complete. We're looking for account number, customer number 339. We're looking for customer number 339. Order date 9/2. Actually, you know what? The transaction here, you know what? Transaction should be today's date. But that's alright, that's okay. But you can fix that one. Transaction should be today, not the order date. This guy may place an order on September 2nd, but did not even, commit to the order until today's date, which is December 2nd, which is 2/1. So you should always, that transaction should always be today's date. But that's all right. So if we look in here, we're looking for customer 339 with the total amount of 1490.48. We got 14 records. That's good thing. That's 39, 1490.48. Perfect. And is credit. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? That should be debit. Alright, let's change that to 2. Alright, so let's take a look. That should be, yeah. That's not right. Let's go take a look. The transaction should be debit, but we say debit. Debit should be 2. Oh, duh. We changed this guy down here, but we never changed it up there. No wonder. No wonder. You know what? I'm gonna move this guy up there. Just it bothers my eyes since it's 1. All right. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. So that's the reason why. Okay, we changed this guy just this morning. Well, yesterday now. But we didn't change up here. That's the reason why. All right. So debit is 2. Credit is 1. Debit is 2. Credit is 1. All right. That's why. That's fine. As long as we know what we're doing, that's a good thing. All right. So now, so we got, we just completed that one. Yay! We're making progress here. All right. So let's close that out. Let's see what else. That one, let's complete this guy as well. Complete. Good. So you can, well, you know what, when you complete, why can you edit? Remember, we cannot edit if it's complete. That's what it should be. So let's take a look. We need to fix that. It was going so well. Okay. So let's go to control. If it's the set control, if it's safe. It never display. If it's safe, if it's safe. Now if it's safe. But you display here. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's copy that. Actually, well, anyways, let's. I'm not gonna monkey around with that. Yeah, I'm gonna let you figure that one out. This guy should be set to true. All right. In the past, we always say if it's saved, like this guy. All right. However, with this order right here, we say it's a subroutine. It's not a function. So we call, all right? So either we need to fix this guy to make it a function, or we can just do it like this, all right? Or we just do it like that. For now, I'll let you fix it, all right? Like similar to this guy, okay? But here in the save function, in the set control here, if it's safe, we want to do this. Yep, that's what we want to do. I think that's the reason why it didn't. Well, we'll find out, won't we? So if we say, if we click complete here, these two buttons should disappear. That's how it should work. See there? That's the reason why. Let's take a look at who is transaction, who is 35. Latest sports equipment. You see that? Latest sports equipment. Let's go look at the order. Latest sports equipment. Well, we can type, right? We can search, right? Oh, by the way, we never got to there. That's one complete. I don't know. I was going to say we never got to test or search transaction search. Let's try that out. See there? It's not working. What the heck? No good. Oh no! Oh no! And you know what? I think I remember we comment out that search stuff. I think I remember this one. Remember we said we need to come and revisit this guy? That has to do with transaction right here. I think we comment out something here. Not there. Uh, Something at the top here. There you go. That's what I thought. That's why I thought we comment out something here. And that's why it was not working. So I'm just going, now we can make it work. Yeah, I remember that. Even though it's only a day old, and added several lines of code. All right, let's try to find. That's better. That's better. Latest. That's better. So we got three transactions here. Now, uh, well, you can also add the amount in this transaction. All right, if you want to. Okay, if you want to, you can say this transaction has this amount, and then this customer. That way, it's easy to narrow down. What you are looking for, being the computer user and customer management system. Customers will make a phone call to you a lot, and you sit there in front of a computer. You want to be quick. All right, so let's be quick. Let's add some amount in there as I'm talking. All right, so yeah, let's add amount in there. Of course, you can always add anything in here. I'm going to copy that guy, paste amount right there. That way we know, then the customer will say, hey, can you look it up, the transaction that I did here? I've got the statement, it doesn't look right, whatever, right? Oh, that's perfect. And then we'll put amount. Oops. It's good right there. Now you can do this left align. Let's do that. Let's do left align because it's the amount. Alright, so let's do left align. Also, we don't want it to go too far to the left, so this would be left margin, or right margin rather, right margin. Remember how we put in 0.015? Oh, what happened to our margin? Alignment, right there. Oh, that's perfect. Point margin 0.15 is perfect. It's not too close to the border like that guy, so that's perfect right there. Good. So now you can see the transaction amount. You see there. Alright, so if that's too large, you can just narrow it down. Alright, I'll just let you monkey around with that. So this click doesn't work, but this click will work. Let's make that click work. Transaction. We're gonna copy this guy, put it right there, change this to amount, and that's all you have to do. Control S, save. Let's exit out and go back in, save again, and double click this guy. There you go, that works now. Alright, now all the column works on double click. Good. So we're looking good. Oh, that guy needs to make a payment. That guy needs to make a payment. We never got a payment. You see that? You see that? So this guy, we never got a payment here. What do you want to do if it doesn't have a payment? So one thing that we could do, all right. One thing that we could do. Obviously, you cannot make it invisible. I guess you could. I guess you could, but you could do this. You could do this. Yeah, let's go right here. You could do this. Last payment date. Let's do 12/31/1899. And we know that's an old stuff, and that just not going to work. All right, that's just not going to work. So see there. That one we got some payment on that one, and that's why we got this guy. But now, no payment there, no payment there. We got payment here. We added yesterday. We added this guy. This one, remember the store credit. Store credit. Why does it say 12? Why does it say 12? Let's I'm curious. I am curious. That's totally weird. Well, that's one thing that we could do is we know is customer 75 and payment of 25. I thought we add that as a store credit. All right, we're almost done, by the way. So, but that's all we are going to do here. I'm interested in 75, customer is 75, right here. Oh, it's 20. Yeah, that's the reason why. That was the latest payment there. That's the reason why. So it's good. It's right. It's right. We did a store credit on that day. All right. I think when we, yeah, that was very first day there. I think I manually changed the date too. But anyways, that's good. That's what we have. All right, and that's what we came to do. We came first. We came to add the. We came to add the complete the transaction. If it's complete, we add we if it's complete, we add transactions. All right, and you can see we complete 1, 2, 3 transactions. All right, we can also do another one before we leave, because that's basically what we came to do here. Let's add this guy. All right, so add new. Um, uh, let's do Grand Industries, Anita. All right, so we got this guy, new order. Now we can go find the product. Oh, select edit button. Oh, save. Huh. That's weird. Let's try that one. New. The showroom. Oh, something's not right. Okay. Oh, got you. We need to save first, and then we need to edit. Right. Because when we add new order, we want to make sure that we save this guy first, this order. Because this being the parent, the product would be being the child. So first you create an order, all right, and then you add the product. That's right. Okay, that's how we did it. You're right. You're right. So I'm gonna add this first three right here. I'm gonna try to add this last one again. It should say already exists. Good, excellent. It's doing what we're supposed to be doing. All right, that seems a large amount of money there. Okay, save. We could either save like so, and I'm not sure why it disappeared. That would be the order number 52. Why is that? Save. Okay. Um, um, it should save right here, and then um, it should come over here. All right, we're gonna try that again. It didn't look like it's safe. I don't see the and we don't see the order 52 either. How about 52? How about 164? That one is correct. Well, let's try this guy. Let's try this guy. Add. Save. So it's saved. And I want to see why it's not displaying. So that's good. You should come over here and refresh the order. Perfect. Huh. So that's good. So let's add more products to that guy. Save. So that's good. And we come over here, we should see incomplete. Look, incomplete right there. So I'm curious. I am very curious why why we cannot add orders. So before we check anything else, let's look at the orders. Let's do newest orders first. Oh yeah, there is an order here. Let's see there. But there's no customer ID. That's the reason why. So yeah, what happened? Now no wonder we could not get that guy to show up. There's no customer ID. What the heck? So go ahead and delete that guy. That means nothing to us now. That's the reason why. All right. So it must be because of the because of when we change the pop-up. All right. So let's take a look. We need to fix that. Well, yeah, we need to fix that. Save. Save. Pop-up right here has to do with this guy. Let's go to order display customer. Order customer. So this should be customer. That's why. That's why. You see that? That's why. So you see why I caught there? We had an order there. Let's Control Z. See there? That's what it was. Aha. Aha. That's better. Shoo-wee. Alright. No wonder. Alright, no wonder. Okay, let's try again. Okay, safe. Alright, let's we don't need to worry now. We know it's there. So we can edit this guy now and add some product in here. Let's add this guy, that guy. Save. Good. Complete. Good. Perfect. Alright, so if we go back there, the order, oh, that's different order. let's go back, and I think there are a couple, maybe one or two in here orders that were not correct. Oh, they're good. Oh, we canceled. We didn't save the other ones. Good, good, good. All right, I was worrying about the customer ID here. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's what it was right here. We're going to delete that guy on the bottom there. All right, that's good. Okay, now everything should hook up correctly now. Let's try that again. We got one incomplete. Let's let's add new. Let's add different one. Let's add we were trying 164. All right. That's all right. That's all right. That's kind of weird there. Let's cancel. It should clear. So cancel should clear. I'm interested in this guy. Oh yeah. Remember we were trying to do this one. We cannot. Yeah, it pre-populated this one. I remember now. I asked you to do this yesterday. We should not display any transaction or any order unless this guy is selected. Remember that? All right, let's cancel that one. Okay, let's cancel that one. Let's fix that one. It was, if you recall, the order right here. When we say when we say add new, right here. Oops. Add new. Right there. See this right here? We were going to remove this guy. Remember that? Copy. As a matter of fact, yeah, that's fine. We are going to say me txt is new true. Remember this? And then in the display customer, remember this? We'll say this, right? Remember this? And then we'll say and me text is new, then do this. Like so. And then we have this guy out here. Copy. So that's how we set it. First off, we don't need to set the way this order set this transaction, because if you take a look at the transaction, we validate the customer, and then we check we coming all the way down here, which we could do the same thing. All right, so yeah, let's do that. So if order customer, company name not and me is new, then do this. Okay, then do this. That's what we had in the transaction. So now it will not populate this guy. All right, so let's close this out. That should be it right now. We don't want it to populate anything until we know there's a customer in there. All right, so this guy, see there, it's not populating anything. Now if we click one of these guys, Beep beep. See that to customer. And what happened to the address? Alright, what happened to the address? Oh, got you. Got you. We had this issue before. And then we clear, remember? And then we clear. And then we clear this guy. See right here? Alright, remember this? We did this one. So we're going to do a similar situation. We're going to say B B clear customer. Let's do optional because we don't want to change a whole lot. As boolean equals false. Alright, remember this one? And then we'll say if clear customer, then that's why. And then right here. Right there. So if we wanted to clear customer, we need to come in here. Alright. Now when you say new, if it's new right here, false. We don't want to clear customer. Remember that? So that's what you do when you tweak things. Yeah, it's going to be like that. So if we add new, see there? Now it displays correctly. Now it displays correctly. Cancel. Now cancel should clear the whole thing. So let's take a look why it did not clear the whole thing. Let's go way up here. There's a cancel button right here. So right here we should say call clear text boxes. Alright. And I think there's a display here too. If not, it's no. And then we'll call, if it's not no, then we'll call display order. Because now we have this guy, right? And then we can display order. Let me see the display order. Yep. Okay, good. Let's try again. I mean, this is part of programming, I guess. You know, so and then if we cancel the same order, let's select this guy. If we add, okay, that guy is still there. If we just happen to exit this out, nothing happens. But if we do this, let's select the showroom 146, and this guy should be refreshed. All right. So there's something that we need to do here. It has to do with this new right here. Hopefully I'm not, yeah. So right here we did, once we dump these records, the old records, we need to refresh the subform. Control S. See there? It dumped, but it did not refresh. You see? So let's try that again. Let's cancel. And it goes back to the old one. That's good. That's good. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Let's try that again. New. And if we cancel, try again. Let's this time go to local sales. There you go. See, that's how it's supposed to be doing. Whew, that's a lot to do. All right. Well, that's part of programming. I think when we add this order into this navigation, we never got to test add save. I think we tested cancel. Well, go ahead and save this guy. Um, we got to edit and save, but we never did anything else. We never added new ones. That's the reason why. So today we got to add the new ones. All right. So go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and add items in here. Let's select some cheapy ones. All right. So something that we there you go. So let's complete. So if we complete, we should have order 52 as purchase or debit on today's date. Complete. All right, let's take a look. Well, actually, we can go to admin here and look at the transaction. Well, let's see. Yeah. This guy right here. Well, we shouldn't have any last payment. There's no last payment. That's the one that we just did, 52, order number 52, remember? Order placed. All right, so that's the one we just placed. Now, one thing that we need to do is we cannot modify. One thing that we need to do is all the sales, if it's debit, we cannot modify the debit, the sales in here. All right. Similarly, we cannot modify anything here. What was it? 52. Yeah, this guy. Similarly, we cannot modify anything here. All right. So therefore, we should not be able to modify this guy. All right. So see how it says edit. So what we want to do is we're going to detect this guy if order is placed. If that message say order placed, we don't want to modify it. We want to disable that guy and yeah, no edit on this one. All right, but that will be next. All right, we're going to do that next. All right. So but we came to do what we need to do. We just got venture off tangent line and doing this. Okay. So but which is good. All is good. You hopefully you learn a lot here. I put in a lot of stuff in here. All right. So that's a transaction. We were able to add new, edit. All right, and we did this, guys. The main thing that we did too is the query. All right, and this is going to be dandy. All right, this is going to be dandy. So if you look at the running balance, yeah, now we start having debit, credit, so we can actually track this. All right. For instance, if we want to look at let's look at 47 because we got a couple 47. Let's look at 47. All right, we're going to clear this out. Look at 47 right here. You see there? You see there? So yeah, it's done to her basically. Okay, so yeah, if we did this one earlier than this guy, this would be coming down here, and because of that, it changed the order. All right, normally you would have order placed, purchase first before partial payment happens. All right, that's how it should be. But in this case, it happened afterwards. All right, see partial payment, it happened afterwards. So if we could do is we could try this, see if it works. Oh, that's a query. 1133. Let's take a look at 1133. Table 1133. 1133. So this guy. So if what happened if we change this guy to 928? And why does it say 1133? Oh, that's all. You know what? Yeah, we're not gonna worry about the order. That's order. All right. That's because yeah, yeah. What needs to happen is oh yeah. Let's try. Let's take a look at that guy. See what's happening there. Um, order 47, 347. Let's see what happened. 347. But that, yeah, I'm just curious why it's different. I can see the transaction numbers off here too. So what we need to do is we need to run through from using one account to run through and just to see if the running balance is correct. All right. Remember we add records randomly, not knowing what's happening at the beginning. We just needed records to be to look at. All right. So that's what we'll do next time. All right. Next time we are going to try to work with one account, add orders, and then add the transaction payments. All right. So that's what we need to do next time. All right. So, but for now, we got bits and pieces. All right. And it looks fine. If we were looking at this guy, that looks right there. Okay, for that account. So, but some other ones that we did way before, last, the incomplete and complete and all that mess. So that could be the reason why. So, but yeah, yeah, even with this account 35, if we take a look at account 35, for example, clear? Oops. Yeah, let's do account 35. This guy. See, that's adding correctly. You see there? That's perfect right there. Okay. So what we need to do, and it's in its order, you see that transaction? That's perfect because that's the way it should be. All right, that's the way it should be, and that's why we need to work with one account and add delete, add delete. As a matter of fact, we can just modify this guy, one of these guys. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna do this. I know this is the earliest date is September 11th. Yeah, let's do that. Close. Close that guy. Let's go to order or transaction rather. Oh, we will add it. So we got 35 here. We're gonna change the. Let's see. Let's look at the. Let's look at this guy again. 35. So the earliest one is transaction 2. So we're gonna go to transaction 02. Clear. Transaction. We're gonna right here. We're gonna change that guy to there, and then we're gonna take this order number out. Should we? Well, let's put this order number 7, and this guy 9. 92 is fine. 92 is fine. And then the amount will be that would be 4,500, and this would be a purchase 2, 2, and we'll call this order saved. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look at these running totals, running balance for this guy. See there? See, that's good. See, 4,500 minus that is 4,200, and you keep minus down. You see that? That is how that works. All right. So I know this guy works. We just need to yeah, the rest of them were not right. It just has to happen this way because first off, you need to place an order. I'm not going to pay anything that I have not received, for instance. So that's what happens here, all right? They've got to be in this order, all right? So orders must be placed in order to receive money. I mean, you're not going to take the money, well, I'm not going to send money in without receiving anything. That's, yeah. But that's right. That's correct. There you have it. That's a lot of stuff in here. I hope you've learned a lot. We've jumped back and forth, and good thing is a video that you can go back and take a look. All right, there you have it. Happy programming. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.